Oluvalo dololo, aluvalo dololo, oluvalo dololo, oluvalo dololo, oluvalo dololo. Nalendo sietayo, nalendo sietayo, nalendo sietayo, nalendo sietayo, nalendo sietayo, nalendo sietayo. Manja, down with 3%, down. Down with 3%, down. Down with 1,000 rand gratuity, down. Down with grant, down. Manja, we call upon the commander of this discipline detachment of the left, our president, President Kabekulu. We are only yes, President. Ufalo tololo, ufalo tololo, ufalo tololo, ufalo tololo, ufalo tololo, ufalo tololo. Manda, awetu, mata, runa, sisebenze, luqele kanzima, sisebenze limali encane, sisebenza, luqele kanzima, limali encane, sisebenza. Luqele kanzima, imali encane sisebenza, luqele kanzima, imali encane kulikhulu okunzima benyukela, kulikhulu kodwa sohlala silova, zelundo sikanzima, sohlala sinyova, oundo sikanzima, kulikhulu kunzima kenyukela, oh kodwa sohlala sinyova, zeluqele kanzima, kodwa sohlala sinyova, zeluqele kanzima, kwaze kwalukhulu okunzima kenyukela, kulikhulu nzima kenyukela, amandla awethu ninovalo. Are you afraid? Sisebenze lulamula kanzima, Kulamula kanzima kulikuni kunzima kenyukela kulikuni kunzima kenyukela wo sohlala sinyova selulamula kanzima wodwa sohlala sinyova ulamula kanzima kulikuni kunzima kenyukela sohlala sinyova selulamula kanti. We will go to a strike. We came here to the president, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. We want to tell him that no president could be proud of a police officer, a correctional officer, a traffic officer that has got no house to stay. Or every day you tell people that you can fight crime. Where does your human capital come from? It comes from Mkukwini. We come from the shacks. Which country is proud of its police officers, correctional officers and traffic officers who emerged from the squatter camp? Even apartheid did not do this. Even apartheid have not done to us as we are, as it is happening now. It can't be, comrade. It can't be normal that a public servant can't buy a house and he also can't even afford to buy an RDP. What are we supposed to do? All the time we told crime, crime, we have to die on the ground. But we die and we fight crime and go back to the squatter camp. And we're saying this is not a statement of intent. This is not a statement of intent. Today is the beginning of our program. This is the beginning of our program. Even if you plan austerity measures, I have never heard of any crime that does as our country do. Never. Never. We're saying, Minister Ndosi and Minister Lamula, we thank you you are here. We are going to give you to leave your office and everything. Because what is the use of staying because we don't have salary? 3 financial years without a salary increment. 3 financial years without a salary increment. And we want to say today, whether there is nothing to negotiate for. There is nothing to negotiate for. We can't sit down and negotiate for 3%. There are many things that we have to do as social movements. There are many things that we have to look at, issues of inequality, issues of other things that we have abandoned trying to negotiate with government that don't listen. And it's very bad, comrades. It is very bad because people that we are talking to understand where we come from. And you have got this. You can't hide behind the treasury. That treasury, one day we will invade it. We will invade it because they sit there and think that even the ministers in the finance think that they are super ministers. And they are super ministers who have moved away from South Africa and they are living somewhere. We can't afford to live. Petrol is high. Petrol is high. And we have to make amendment when we come to police stations. Police stations can't work. They don't have diesel. And we have to amend with our little salary. Some police stations, as people are talking about schools that do not have sanitation. Some police stations, comrade, are under-resourced. You go to Eastern Cape, down there you find a police station without electricity. Not because it's load shedding, but it's because there is no infrastructure that brings electricity in that station. A police officer is sitting alone with a little candle. And we say, it can't be like this. It is the beginning of our program. The essential service, soitata soishia officing. This essential service will leave them in the office and be free and fight our fight because we are tired of this. This is the statement we want to say today. Anyone who think that Popcru will sign this agreement is dreaming. We are not going to sign 3%. Count us out. We are not even going to listen to you as if we sign the agreement. But what we say, try to enforce it on us. We will retaliate. And we will retaliate, comrades. And now, comrade, from now, every comrade go back and mobilize other comrades. This long walk to freedom is starting today. This long walk to freedom is starting today. We want to tell also the president of our country. We want to tell him the message is coming straight to him. He's the leader of the armed forces. He's the leader of the armed forces. He's our commander. Comrade Ramaphosa is our commander. We are telling him, it's no longer about begging now. We tell him. We want to tell him that, President, please wake up. President, you are deep in the sleep. Mongameli, you are deep in the sleep. Wake up. We cannot every day of our life we do policing. We do policing on areas that have got no electricity. We can't afford that. Our members are dying every day on the ground. And as they are dying on the ground, it's worse if we have to operate in the dark. And we can't be told that this problem cannot be resolved. If you give us the reason why is it not resolved, as if if you tell us the reason, it must be a reason that convinces all of us. But reasons that are being told left and right, we don't want that. We want electricity. If the minister of the SOEs is failing, why are you not changing him? Why do you keep sending home people who are the workers, the decision maker? We can't operate, we can't fight crime in the dark. We can't do that. Those prisoners cannot be rehabilitated in the dark. We can't operate in the dark. And this issue of electricity, if ourselves as workers we don't stand up for it, it takes another detour. And we are not going to compromise on it. Because if investors can't come in South Africa and invest, in the light of unemployment that we have in our country, police will always die. And we want to say the issue of electricity must be addressed now. Address the issue of electricity as soon as possible. We can't operate in the dark. Yes, we can't. We can't, it's not our fault. Crime is rising. Criminals can't be rehabilitated because of this thing. We are in trouble. And we want to tell the ministers today that we can't keep on dying. And our death is worsened by this extreme scarcity of electricity. And we're saying we are tired now. Police are dying. As police are dying, it has become a normal thing that police are dying. We're saying all those police officers, Minister Damapoisa, those police officers that you are jealously keeping them in offices, let them come, let's fight crime. There are people that are so light who are trained as police officers, let them come down. Minister, we are saying those people that you are keeping in the office in correctional services, rehabilitation happens on the ground. It does not happen at head office. It does not happen there. Here we talk about operations. We want to warn, give a warning to Minister Mbalula. The resolution, one resolution of the ANC in 2007 said, let's go back, let's bring all kind of police together and have a one police service as the Constitution dictates. But Mbalula is keeping all his forces in different places. There is border, there is whatever, they've got all the kind what you call. All of us sitting here, comrades, all of us sitting here, standing here, we all complain about a very useless thing, a tool of operation. We all complain about uniform. There are no uniform in the police everywhere. There are no uniforms. Simple thing that identify ourselves from other people. And how are you going to deliver on major issues? Siyacela comrades. Sithi le program yethu iyaqala ngoku. It's starting From here we go to Parliament in Cape Town. And there we are going to sleep. We are not going to march and go home. We are going to march and sleep there. Because we have sat down and persevere. But no, we can no longer take it. We want salaries. We want better life. We want just salaries. 10% is not even above the said 7% inflation. We just need 10%. After 3 years having not been increased, just 10%. That is what we want. There are those here who want to politicize this thing, the problems that we have in the police, who identify individuals as cause of crime. No, crime is an endemic, comrade. Crime is here in South Africa. We want all of us. We want all of us to bring our heads together. But Ndosi, we want you to help us call police in Daba so that we'll be able to tell these academics. We want to tell these academics what is the problem. But if you keep on shielding the issues of police, they will say go. Because we want the police in Daba, Minister Lamula and Minister Tele, we want police in Daba now. We want to talk about crime. We want to talk about crime because crime is a problem. And nobody can invest in such a crime-infested country. And crime cannot be normal. But if you allow the discussions to be led by other people outside, and you expect us to follow, we will be out of order and engage on crime issues. So we say, lead us, we want police in Daba as soon as possible. Because in this policing, it's like the criminal justice departments are operating in silos. They've got no common vision. They've got no common strategic vision. Everyone operate on this one. We want a plan for criminal justice cluster as to how are we going to fight crime. Not just everyone in his office talking different things. We want police in Daba as soon as possible. The message that goes to the president is that Resolution 1 of 2018 it's still standing. We did not elect the court. We elected the leaders. We elected the leaders. How did we find ourselves in court for this matter to be resolved? A matter that we should have sat down and solved it amongst ourselves. How did we arrive there? President, you still owe us. You owe us. Back on crime, comrade. We're saying we condemn the participation of soldiers in crime fighting. We condemn the participation of soldiers. That is desperation level. That is, I don't understand. Those people are not trained to police. A contradiction. You take soldiers to roam around the street and patrol. And you leave the borders of South Africa under private sector. There is a joke of the year. There is a joke of the century. We say, remove that border management, private people in the borders, so that we could deal with the issues of people who come here undocumented. And every person don't listen when people say, we have got a problem in the downtowns because they are not there. And we want the problems to be solved. But you can't solve it in this fashion. 2018's Resolution 1, we need to sit down, President, and tell us how are you going to pay us back. Because that is an agreement. And if we can leave this agreement unattended, that means we must forget about bargaining. We must forget about bargaining because everyone who will come will undermine bargaining. We want to sit down on this matter. It is outside salaries. It's a matter that is standing and that has not yet been resolved. Soldiers in the street is an act of desperation. Is an act of desperation. We want more police. We want more police. We want more correctional officers. We want more correctional officers in our programs of rehabilitation. City asisafuni, no other correctional center that must be built in town or in the city. All correctional centers must be built in the farms. Correctional service must be able to assist our young people whom are groomed from the university to become farmers of tomorrow. Agri, whatever, can never assist our kids, but correctional service can assist in making sure that our kids who studied agriculture are able to get practice. And all correct. We don't want sun cities. We don't want box bags. We don't want any new center that is built, what you call, inside city or towns. We want prisoners to work. They must stop calling rights and not understanding obligations that goes with rights. In South Africa, all our Owadas, Comrade Lamula, are no longer prison officials, correctional officials. They are the waitresses that supply the rights of prisoners in prison. We are no longer that pride that we have. We are the waitresses who carry plates. We carry plates full of rights of prisoners. From the morning till at night. We want these prisoners to work for their salaries. And we want South Africa to stop when a breadwinner is arrested and detained in prison. The whole family is detained. We want prisoners to work for their salaries like it happened everywhere. You have gone to different countries, you have benchmarked yourself with them. But what is happening in South Africa, we can't take it. We can't take it. We can't have such a deviation from correctional service that we can no longer rehabilitate, but we're just there. It can't happen. We understand our job. Don't keep us in offices. Take the warders down there on the street. Comrade Chair. We want to tell the president this. We want to say Mongameli welizwe. Siyahamba siyekhaya. We are going back home. We give you today a memorandum But we don't want you to answer and send us a response to the memorandum. We want to talk to you. Because we want action. And we want action now. But to the minister, this is what we say. Ministers, there is that thing actually danger allowance. It's an insult that we are dying on the ground. We are being butchered by prisoners in prison. Just for 400 rand. Just for 400 rand. All the time, Minister, we see you gravitating from one funeral to another funeral. Which we appreciate you are doing. But we want to, could you tell them that this man who is lying here in a coffin have died for 400 rand? Every year we called here in the commemoration of police who died. All promises are done. But you go back to the families of widows and widowers. It's only Popcru take care of them. Through the little that we are, we're bringing together. But the department says, okay, he's dead. Let's get another soldier on the street. We say, Minister, we can't die for 400 rand. And Minister, we don't want you to respond to us in writing. Act. It's within your jurisdiction. It's within your power. Give us more. All of us as public servants, we're told that it's a housing allowance. 1,200. It can't afford me a room in Tembisa. It can't afford me a room in Hammanskraal. 1,200. And everybody is complaining police are doing nothing. We want a new rehabilitation program. But we are going to use this one. We are going to use this one that we have. And we are going to use it optimally so. The one that we have. All those who have been appointed by the Jali Commission, because austerity measures are affecting us because of them. All those who have been fingered by the Jali Commission, City Minister Lamula, we will treat them very well with this rehabilitation program from the time they enter the gate of prison up until where they were going to sit. We are going to use this program because this program is important to rehabilitate such people. And we say, comrades, from now, once more, it's the beginning of our program. Don't go away and throw away your techies. Don't go away and throw away your tracksuit. Don't go out and dream about something else. the program has started. From here, after the COSATU conference, you will hear from us. The structures of Popcru will sit.
Shut down.
And they've already mentioned that we are going to Cape Town. Whether we have parliament or a DA hall, we don't care. But we are going there because there we are going to sit down for days. We want salary. We want 10%. Viva 10%, viva! Viva 10%, viva! Amandla! Awethu! Matla! Alipumi police office aliphume! Alipumi ward office aliphume! Alibuye sosebenza lapha. Thank you very much.